Where was I at? No, I mean, so I'm going to play this. I told you I won that award or whatever. They put a medallion around your neck and everything. They walk you around for a little while and like a prized cow. And the next morning they just lead you back to slaughter, which is to say you got to write another song, and they think that's yesterday's news. But I'll play you the song that I actually wrote that to win that award. It was good, man. It came at the perfect timing because I make a lot of music of my own as well. And my wife's always trying to figure out what kind of music to tell her friends that I write and I record by myself, because I have a lot of songs recorded by other artists. But then there's some songs I just keep for myself. And I just always tell her, man, you can tell her folk or bluegrass or Americana or something like that. And she don't know what any of those means. And she says that I don't know what, my friends don't know what Americana is either. And I'm like, yeah. She says, so I just tell them it's that you make the genre of music you specialize in is non-profit. Y'all think it's funnier than I do, that's for sure. But we do have records back there at the back if you'd like to donate to the non-profit that is Bryan Simpson Music Industries. I wrote this song and it got recorded by right away by Tim McGraw. Thank you, Mom. My mom's down for Fort Worth. And then I was like, man, this is going to be awesome. That was easy. And then he played it on The View. Y'all know that? Y'all like that show down here, don't you? Yeah. Got to get home. I know you're waiting for this show to be over so you can get home and watch the latest episode. Whoopi talks Trump at 9 p.m. We got to get that. We're staying up late for that one tonight, honey. Anyway, he played it on there, and my family, everybody was flipping out. We were buying pontoon boats, and we don't even have a lake, man. It was crazy, man. and so excited, and then it went silent. It went really, really quiet. And good news in the music business travels fast. Bad news is lost in junk emails, and you never hear about it until you go to the Walmart to buy your next record. Buy that record you think you got a song on, and it's not wrapped in cellophane. Your song is not on the playlist at the back. That's happened twice to me. Very embarrassing. That was when they had music in stores, which ages me to say the least. But anyway, so nothing happened, and then all of a sudden Sammy Kershaw cut the song, and I was like, it was Sammy. I love Sammy, and I know we're near Sammy's country down here, but he was more on the backside of his career. You know, he was closer to heading to Branson, the Nashville. So I was like, man, I don't know. And there was one station down in Louisiana that played the fire out of the song or whatever. But I just kept hoping that Tim McGraw, who's at the height of his career, was going to not find out. Because a lot of times artists won't cut this. If they hear someone else has cut the song, they won't cut the song. You know what I mean? Or they'll abandon the song. So I was real nervous, and then I was like, well, at least Sammy won't get it. He'll just be a song on one station's playing it. And then he made a music video, and it was on CMT, heavy rotation. And I kept thinking that, please, Tim McGraw, don't watch CMT. That's when they had videos on CMT, which ages me as well. Not, I don't know, whatever they got on there now. It's like Spring Break 24/7 on there. But anyway, and I was like, man, at least don't watch that video. And then out front, just to mock me, they put a bus bench right out in front of my publishing company, and they wrapped it with Sammy Kershaw. And I just kept praying. It was on Music Row as well. I kept thinking, please, Tim McGraw, don't look on Music Row at any of the, don't ever take a bus, Tim McGraw. And I guess he didn't, because I was he got into a fight with his label, and he left his label, and I was like, what happened to my song, And then they put out the song in November. The label put it out because they'd already spent all this money on this record, and Tim McGraw went to another label, and they're like, we're going to put this record out anyway, Tim. They're mad at him, So this is y'all ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? Okay. This is for both of you. But remember the Mocha Joe's, and then they had Larry's Latte or whatever, and it was a Spot store. This is a Spot song, and it has served me well. And it went to #1, and it's one of my favorite songs. Ryan asked me to play it, and that's kind of my modus of operation. And I hope you like it. I'm Sure as most of our stories. I know how to hold a grudge. I can send a bridge up in smoke. And I can't count the people I've let down, the hearts I've broke. If you want to dig too deep to get a little dirt on me, but I'm learning who you've been ain't who you've got to be. It's gonna be an uphill climb. Oh, honey, I won't lie. I ain't no angel, and I still got a few more dances with the devil. But I'm cleaning up my act little by little. I'm getting there, and I can finally stand the man in the mirror I see. I ain't as good as I'm gonna get, but I'm better than I used to be. I pinned a lot of demons to the ground, got a few old habits left. There's still one or two I might need you to help me get. Standing in the rain so long has left me with a little rust. But put some faith in me, someday you'll see there's a diamond under all this dust. I ain't no angel, and I've still got a few more dances with the devil. But I'm cleaning up my act little by little. I'm getting there, and I can finally stand the man in the mirror I see. I ain't as good as I'm gonna get, but I'm better than I used to be. Yeah. I ain't no angel, but I've been sitting at a few more dances with the devil. Who knows I'm cleaning up my act little by little. I'm getting there, and I can finally stand the man in the mirror I see. I ain't as good as I'm gonna get, but I'm better than I used to be. No, I ain't as good as I'm gonna get, but I'm better than I used to be.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Thank y'all. You got a spite song, Jeff?
Spike song?
A spite song?
Let me think about that. Not that I can think of.
Okay. I'm glad you took time to consider it.
I did think I might try that one that you and me wrote.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do that one in the key
That
of
didn't take
train.
much persuasion.
Yeah, that's all the encouragement I needed. I was
Yeah.
fixing to turn the page anyway.
Do that one in the key of train again. I like that one. They're like, man, why is this real estate so cheap? Yeah, what key we gonna do this?
I apologize to have to use this, but there's 100,000 words in this song.
Yeah.
And if I don't look at it, you saw what I did earlier, I'll forget them.
No, they saw you earlier with the words, forget them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. What key is this in? B? Is it B?
I think it's in G.
Okay. For those keeping score at home, this is in the key of G.
Yes.
First position.
My peepaw, he was from Palestine. Anybody from Palestine? Yes, sir. It's a.
This guy in the front just said, been there. Unsuccessful. You're a fan of Palestine, are you, sir? Did he tell you he's from Marshall, though? Don't be alerted. You're close enough.
Let's see here. That's it. Is everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having us.
It's not over. You always... He kind of talks like he's about to call it to an end, don't he? We're going to need to wrap this stuff up pretty quick here.
Reminds me of the story I was fixing to tell you about my peepaw. He lived in Palestine with Meemaw. And one day,
of course,
Dad said, my dad, when he would take me fishing, we would go early before a chicken gets up, and we wouldn't get home till it was dark outside. And Peepaw, I guess he didn't know that. But we said, hey, Peepaw, you want to go fishing with us Saturday? He said, oh, yeah, that'd be fun. So he showed up, and we loaded everything up and went out, and we went up here to Wright Patman. My dad used to take us out there, and we'd catfish out there. And we were out there, you know, at the break of dawn. And Peepaw, he was having such a good time. We were catching a few fish, you know, and about 11 o'clock, Peepaw, he said, Donnie, that's my dad's name. He said, Donnie, I just want you to know that I have thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Now, what time is this?
About 11 a.m. And, you know, that's in the summer. It don't even get dark till 9 o'clock. And when Peepaw said that, what he mean? Yes, I heard somebody say it. That means I'm done. I'm ready to go. But that was funny. But he suffered through the rest of the day and didn't complain. But I know when he said that, he'd had all he wanted of that fishing trip. And I remember. This doesn't have nothing to do with this song. I don't know why I told you that story.
Yeah.
Thank you. I remember my papaw.
Hold on.
There's Peepaw and then there's Papaw.
Yeah.
Two different people.
Now, papaw, he didn't give a rat's behind about fishing.
Was his wife named Mamaw?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Peepaw is to Meemaw is Papaw is to Mamaw.
That's right. And, you know,
Elementary school.
Papaw, we would always ask him, hey, Papaw, you want to go fishing with us? And he would always say, nah, it's too hot. You know, so, but one day we were over at their house getting some catawba worms. They had 3 or 4 trees out in the back, and we'd take a cane pole and fill up a coffee can with catawba worms.
What kind of worms are catawba worms?
It's a caterpillar that's laid by a moth lays an egg on the leaf of the catawba tree. I'll have to tell you about it later. It's a long
We're going to turn
story.
this into the Discovery Channel around.
Anywho, Papaw. Finally, one day I said, hey, Papaw, you want to go fishing with us Saturday? He said, yeah, I think I will. It surprised the heck out of me and Dad. And so Papaw showed up, break of dawn. We go out there in the lake, and there was one stick. We were fishing against this clay bluff, you know, like a 20-foot bluff. And it was nothing but clay except for one root from a tree was sticking out of there about that long, about 15 feet off the surface of the lake. And I watched Papaw take his rod, and he, I heard him go, ah, like that. He threw it. He casted that rod as hard as he could, you know, and it did. It went. I watched it. Of all the places it could have gone, it went right to that stick and went, woo, 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 woo.
Catawba worms flying everywhere.
Oh man,
one catawba
That's right,
worm.
just one.
Are you about to
heaven
play
that
us
night.
the worm song?
No,
No.
I do have one called that though.
Can I have a worm song?
I think just as far as to be efficient, you could just rope that all into one story to where Peepaw is Papaw. Because we're talking about an E and an A are all keeping that story
You know
separate.
what? I started to do that. I started to do that, and then I thought, no, let's be honest with the people.
That's what they want. He's going to run for office next, though. He's honest, dude. Jeff Hyde from Marshall County seat. And you're still not in tune. 27 minutes. Hey, can I play y'all the song that I wrote while Jeff was telling one of his stories?
That's one of his favorite jokes. He tells that every time we do this.
I tell it in Texas and Kansas and Anchorage.
Okay, this song is one that me and Bryan wrote. And it goes just a little something like this.
My dad likes this one.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks for showing up, dude. Jeez. They were pretty clear. It starts at 7.
He's working, man. Oh, yeah. Jack Squat had a saint for a mother, with a knack for being dirt road poor. When his deadbeat daddy blew town one night, she was pregnant on the porch. With nothing more than Jack Squat, became the man of the house. Just sat on the couch while his mom went to work. Couldn't deal with what life hit him with. Got hooked on barbiturates and bought into it that he wasn't worth. Jack Squat got everybody to blame. But if you're gonna live down to your name, brother, that'll be up to you. Jack Squat, cut a path and go your own way. Make 'em eat every word that they say. When they say you want 'em out too. Jack Squat went from bad to worse. Mama swearing he's gonna wind up in a hearse. She went to heaven while he was still raising hell. And he got so low, he was only a shell of Jack Squat. Got in trouble with the law, broke the camel's back, got down to his last straw. Judge slammed down his gavel, said rehab or jail, I'm gonna make you make something of yourself. Jack Squat got everybody to blame. If you're gonna live down to your name, brother, that'll be up to you. Jack Squat, cut a path and go your own way. Make 'em eat every word that they say. When they say you want 'em out too. Jack Squat. Didn't know if I was going to make it through that one or not. Oh, man. Glad that's over. Well, Jack Squat got down enough. When you're flat on your back, you can't help but look up. He saw God that day, and he knew he was loved. When he got back to his feet, he wasn't the man that he was. Jack Squat made him a pretty Jane Doe. Before too long, had a son of their own. Said you ought to call him Junior, just like his old man. He said I'd rather call him Sue, anything other than Jack Squat. Jack Squat, cut a path and go your own way. Make 'em eat every word that they say. When they say you want 'em out too. Jack Squat.
Yeah, man. Jeff Hyde, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only.
Thank you.
National treasure, baby.
I'd like to pass the buck straight over the ring.
Yeah.